And a very, very good evening, my peeps out there. We are back with Wednesday evenings with the Redz Table. I just actually couldn't keep my laugh in because the guests that we have tonight are going to be super, super amazing. They are friends of mine. I know how they go about when the teams win, when the team loses, and of course, some of us that experience unexpected draws. We will definitely touch base on that. So I'm looking forward to a very eventful evening. We do have some loud mouths on the show tonight. I'm pretty sure you guys will know which one I'm talking about. But stick with me, we'll get there. Let's go. And let's get to it. Let's all welcome the man who's been licking his wounds since Sunday evening. Bram, my man, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Good evening to the viewers. Good evening, everyone. Couldn't miss the show tonight. Couldn't miss the show tonight.
I'm happy, my man. I'm happy. You definitely know who's going to be on your case tonight, my man. So you need to be prepared for that.
The hell, why are you doing this to me?
All the way from the cop, Beaster, my man. Welcome, brother. How you doing?
Thanks a lot for the invite, Dale. I'm good. And you guys?
Now we're doing well. Thank you very much for being here, my man. We definitely appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Sweet, sweet. Good friend of mine, Benny. What's happening, my man? Loud and proud.
Thanks for having me here, James. It's great to finally make my debut on the Redz Table. Very happy to be here. It's like a warm here. We can put on sweaters. And look at that body from Dell coming across the screen. Very happy to be here. Not happy with United, but happy to be here.
Sweet, sweet, my man. Now we'll definitely touch base on all those emotions, my man. Coach Ollie, you still experiencing some network issues there?
He's linking to Molly in Manchester.
Oh, yeah. Now he's still having his conversations. And, of course, the man you've been waiting for.
Get it out. Let him in.
Kevin, my man. Welcome.
Chicken never tastes good, man. I'm on a chicken diet all week, my guy. I had Nando's on Monday. Yesterday I had chicken dick, and today it's KFC. I know what I'm going to have tomorrow. It tastes nice. Hopefully I don't finish in 34 minutes. Hopefully I don't. You know what? Let's give Bram. After the Spurs fans, after 44 minutes. If Bram stays here after 45 minutes, let's give him a round of applause. But thank you for having me on, big man. W's only on that side, guys.
Brother, man, look like winning.
David, your team won, my man, but let's first, of course, get Bram's thoughts on the game. Bram, my man, Arsenal versus Tottenham, 3-1. Talk to me, my guy.
Look, firstly, I'm going to give Devil the opportunity, to get his banter out the way. But look, let's serious talk. Arsenal were the better side. I'm more concerned about what's happening with my club behind the scenes. Stories coming out that there was a big players and manager bust up Saturday about his tactics. But it doesn't take away from the fact that Arsenal was superior, far superior. But in the second half, just highlighted a fact is that, Dave, I don't know you might agree or not agree, but it showed why we're two mid-table teams. I mean, the second half was just ridiculed with poor football. Doesn't take away the 25-minute spell. Arsenal showed that on their day, they could possibly be an upset team, to any of the big guns. But the second half displayed why both teams are sitting 10th and 11th in the table. It was poor, but it doesn't take away from the fact, well done, Arsenal. Good victory. Good turnaround in your last 3 games. So now you guys deserve it. You fully deserve the 3 points on Sunday.
Yeah,
Sweet,
look,
sweet.
evening.
Devi,
Yeah.
just before you speak, my man. 4 weeks ago, and I just thought maybe it was just you being upset or whatever, but you said it, my man. You said it. The next 3 games, you want nothing but 3 points. You've explained it. You explained it very, very well. What will happen, of course, if those 3 points or if those 9 points are not accomplished. And yeah, I am, my man. I'm gonna give it up to you. You spoke the truth, my man. You saw it coming. The show is yours. Talk to me through it, my guy.
Look, let me put it to you like this. The reason I have to be balanced, and I agree with Bram and what he said. The reason why I said that was because Norwich was a winnable game. Burnley was a winnable game. Tottenham, Bram mentioned it last week. Their record at that ground, no matter what is happening, he said there was a couple of years ago when they were second and they came there. They don't have the best of records, which is why I said it. But now, yes, we've seen that many a time from Arsenal. We've seen that. We know what they can do. But like Bram also said, that second half, if that Kane penalty goes, that's a penalty for me. It's a Stonewall penalty, number 1. Let's be real now. There's a Kane chance also. It becomes a bit bullshit. It becomes a bit sticky for us as well. So I agree with what Bram said as well. What's going to tell for me now is the next game. Because beating them, with all due respect to them, means nothing if we don't beat Brentford. And I can promise you Brentford are going to give us a sticky fixture. That
Is
much
it
I can tell
Brighton?
you.
I think it's
Brighton. Sorry. I've still got Ivan Toney on my mind here on the side. But like I said, look, the Brighton game is going to be a sticky one because, let me put it to you like this, I always go over 3 games. Brighton is going to be a sticky one. Palace, after the international break, Vieira is going to come again. You know he's not going to come there easy. And the one after that is Aston Villa. We've seen against Manchester United, there are no mugs. But now I'm going to come to Bram. A couple of weeks ago, I was hearing about samosas and I was hearing about passports. Since you said that, you've been catching hands and threes left, right, and center, my man. What are you telling me, T? Huh? What are you telling me? You can't do about passports and hurricanes being hit. I told you your defensive midfielder will give me a goal again. The nicest fit for Saka. So you know what? You've been hit by Arsenal won't win. So you take you and your seasoned chicken and you get blown straight out to North London. You go straight back to your stadium. You're the only team I know that has been after 3 games or in 2 games get leave from. Wait, I got a song. I got one more. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go.
This Brad's been waiting couple on to tell. Yo, scripted as fuck.
That's what fucking Harry Kane is doing. It's disgusting. What Harry Kane is doing to Tottenham is disgusting. And there's fans that walked out after 34 minutes. 44 minutes. I tell you what, if Bram stays here 45 minutes, I want all of us to give him a round of applause. Because at least he shows more class than those disgusting fans that left him in the battle. We outclassed him in the first 34 minutes. And I'm just smiling tonight, man. I'm on a seasoned chicken diet. I had seasoned chicken on Sunday. I had Nando's on Monday. I had chicken licken yesterday. I'm on KFC today. I'm going to have Wajits tomorrow. And Friday, I'm going to focus on Brighton. So that's all I'm going to say. We're loving bullshit here. I'm on a winner chicken dinner. That's why I'm dressed so stuffy tonight. Got my glasses on because W's only here, boy.
Lovely. I'm loving the energy, my man. Bram, my man, it's all love at the end of the day. I didn't expect this from Devin.
No, like I said to the guys, I was not going to shy away from tonight. I was going to give him the credit and give him the respect that he deserves to understand. I mean, if I had won the game, I would have waited to see him. So he's won the game. So you know what? And full marks to them.
Respect,
guys. Just before we continue, I was just scrolling down and I saw someone with a massive smile. Jigger, my man, welcome, guy.
Oh,
What's
man.
going on, man? Oh, shit. My nigga.
You missed it, Chica. You missed it. You missed it.
Bram,
Brother man had a
hold
rent.
on,
His
hold
first
on.
rent for the year.
Oh, shit. Bram,
Yes,
can
sir.
you see me, Bram?
I can
If
see
you can
it.
see me, yeah, this. I saw something happen to you over the weekend. 3 times without Vaseline. Huh? I can feel. Bram, bram. Bram, bram. What's Kane in the team? I bet you. I bet Spurs. What's Kane in the team? Now the man got in the suit. Now you got in the suit because of this shit.
Let's get on with it, Devi. We still on the whole. So it was 3 wins in 3. And 3 wins in the last 3, my man. Arteta's job. Where we now? Because remember, as much as I do know, you spoke about Arsenal winning the last 3 games. You put the nail set in the coffin. But also, let's not forget, you do feel some type of weight to your manager. How is your emotions towards him? Do we give him what is the next hurdle now? We passed the first hurdle of the 3 games. Where to now? And with Arteta.
Look, I told you already, one sunflower doesn't make a summer, though. Like, for me personally, I said it last week, you don't need to motivate those players for that game. So he needs to show me now in the next 3 games what he's going to do. Because I can promise you after that, it's Newcastle, Liverpool, and United, so it's going to get very sticky. So the jury is still out on him. I'm not fully convinced. You could see the way he celebrated. That's a man under pressure, bro. You could see.
Yeah.
So I want him to prove me wrong. Because if he proves me wrong, then my team does well. But I'm still not convinced by him. Like I said, that was just the players. That was the players stepping up for him. So, yeah, bro.
David, you look smart for your interview, bro, man. You look sexy.
Thank you.
I never Tonight you are hot, David. You are hot tonight, bro. You delicious, David. You are delicious.
I actually feel underdressed now, you know. I thought this occasion was going to be casual, but I didn't see the memo.
Don't worry.
Nah, thanks for that, Davey.
Chicken dinner. But yeah, Dale, that's my opinion on him, man.
Sweet. Thanks a lot. Peace to my man. You and Jigger can come in here. 3-3. What I saw was a beautiful game. Of course, Brentford beat Arsenal on the first game of the Premier League, and they're coming in and they drew against a mighty Liverpool. So, of course, there are certain memes going around. There are certain captions going around. Brentford can be the new Wolves coming back into it, beating the Giant Slayers, which I don't feel is correct because Arsenal are no longer Giants. But talk to me about the whole 3-3 situation, my guy. Beastie, you can go first.
Yes, I want to talk to you. Are you listening? I want to talk. I want to talk to you. You want to listen?
Go.
Nah, you know what? I know what you're thinking. So thinking right Brentford, so thinking right 3. Look, I fully understand. But rather than it happen now, early in the season, we take a 3-3 now. So rather have this early in the season and we can work on it from here. We walked away with 1 point as rather that than 0. You know what I'm saying? Brentford wasn't they came prepared. Be honest, come on guys. You play Liverpool, you must come guns blazing. You can't come and be a Mickey Mouse team. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what's gonna happen. 3 goals, 6 goals in that game showed you that they came for the game as well. And well deserved draw to Brentford though. I do think that the goals that came through was mistakes. Decision making was pathetic at that moment in time, but we take it. You know what I'm saying? We take it. But I'd rather that it happen now. Remember, we didn't peak yet. You can see what's happening. You saw 5-1 last night on the Champions League as well. But okay, you know where I'm getting at. You know, we didn't peak yet. We didn't peak yet.
For sure. Okay, so there's still more to come.
You scared, and you scared.
Who's scared?
Okay.
You scared? What Ronaldo?
Just
Peace, my man.
madness.
Peace,
Madness.
echoing there
I'm
what
scared for Arsenal, nobody else. Because I don't want that, bro, going on the way he went on with me. I put my leg go away, bro. I will not take that abuse. I will never take that abuse. I don't care if we lose to Liverpool, to City. Please, Lord, God, let us not lose to Arsenal. I will not deal with that.
Sure.
Balaclava that nice one.
I'm not devil's gonna put the devil, but yeah.
Pista, come in there. Pista, you there?
I'm here.
Give me your thoughts, my man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
My connection is bombing out all the time. Sorry about that, man. Now, it's echo of the words that Jigga said. I'm not happy with the fact that it came now rather now than later, because we shouldn't have that mindset of rather now than later. To me, the form that we were on start of the season, we never conceded a goal. To concede 3 against Brentford is bad. Yes, Brentford was good, but we are a better team than them. And I expected 3 points from that game. It was, for me, the best game of the season. For the neutral, that was the best game to watch. 6 goals, end-to-end, open game. Anything could have happened, but not for your team. A team at top of the log, I didn't expect Brentford to come through. That's where I agree with Jigga. With the 3 goals that we conceded, decision-making was bad. And I like the way the guys bounced back last night in that fixture, where the defense was way more solid. Even though we conceded 1 goal, that's also a goal we shouldn't have conceded. But I was surprised to concede 3. I was expecting an open game.
Well, can I come in?
Like he's pulling up signs.
Come in there. Don't know what's
I
happening
don't
there.
know. This is like a question like to the broader panel.
Yeah.
Was it just me or did Van Dijk look a bit bougie?
There we go. We're not talking about this. Van
Talking about
Dijk.
Van Dijk.
We're talking about
You're talking about last night, man? I'm talking about 3-3.
Yeah, I'm talking
The
about
3-3.
Brentford. Yeah.
Yes, they came.
Not last night,
They came on the game plan. They came. He was wobbly. He was bedazzled. A few times he was bedazzled. He was wobbling at the time. But this is still a man running into form. He's not in form yet. He's still getting there. He's still working. He's still a surprise. Remember how much game now he started. He didn't start all the games. I think they benched him once or twice now, coming back as well. So he's still finding fitness, and he was wobbly. That youngsters of Brentford came running. You saw that. That youngsters, they didn't back down. They bounced back. They came for it. And it was just to show that Van Dijk is human. There was weaknesses, but now it cost him to work on his weaknesses. We learned from that. But yesterday was a bit more steady. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was more steady in the European games than over the weekend game. You get what I'm saying?
But that's what you guys prepare for. You guys are a dominant European team, so of course we expect those results. But in the Prem, of course, those are the ones that we need to focus on. But let's move on. I want to get Oli and Benny. So Benny, both of you guys are going to have your opportunity to explain.
Hey. Wait.
One love. Benny, what I want you to do is I want you to give me your thoughts on the game. I want Oli to come in and I want Oli to get his frustrations out. I've Oli chat groups. And what Oli's going to say is I want the experts in the studio to agree or disagree. But Benny, you go first.
My thoughts on the game.
Yeah.
Piss poor, bruh. Piss poor on Saturday, piss poor on Wednesday, piss poor last week, bruh. Piss poor. And they have no excuse, man. They have no excuse to play this shit. Honest to God, what is the excuse? Don't tell me Ole. Don't tell me Ole, because 28 shots. That means the system is working, bruh. 27 shots against West Ham. The system is working. 60% possession in both games. We're not finishing. That is it. But it is poor from everyone involved. It's not to the point where I'm nervous yet. Not to the point where I'm anxious. Tonight's a massive game. Tonight is, can we bounce back? Because this is must win. It's 3 points or goodbye. Hello Europa again. Must
I think it's our last night in the Champions League.
Could be.
The last night.
Could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
a lot of
Somebody in
things.
the comments put up the
Could be a lot of
lineup.
things.
There's a
Could
whole
be.
issue with the lineup. So if somebody can put up the comments in the lineup, it would be quiet because I see discuss the
I can
lineup.
read it out to you.
I
can
see
read it out to
United's
you.
lineup confirmed. I see there's also a Ole out from Gershwin with immediate effect as 11 p.m. So that's not looking too good. Guys, in the comments, post the lineup. Let's see what's happening. But Ole, Coach Ole,
Sorry. Dan ga jij in de polls. Dello on the right. Lindelof and Varane in the centre back. Telles on the left. McTominay and Pogba. No fucking Fred. Greenwood, Fernandes, Sancho, Ronaldo. Brilliant team.
decent.
What's wrong with that?
Decent.
Brilliant team. Brilliant.
What's
Gershwin,
wrong
my
with
man,
that?
Ole out by 11. What does that comment mean? You got me nervous there. Coach Ole. So very. I'm not gonna give my point of view. I'm gonna, of course, just be the host. But of course, you, my man, has definitely not seen the bright side of Manchester United yet. And of course, this is your opportunity, my man, just to give us insight on how you personally feel on Manchester United. I also want to touch base on what was that nonsense that happened in the 94th. You know, with the whole penalty issue. But before we get there, my man, give us your overview of Manchester United.
Please don't stutter.
But sorry, Gona. This comment is for 10 marks. That comment that you had on now. That is for 10 marks, bro. Full number. Please tell me if you can make sense of what the fuck that is.
Benny said he's not nervous. Honestly, I'm starting to get nervous.
Are you there, Oli?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, bro.
Yeah, look, look, Benny's talking about the system is not working. You know, for me, there's no system. There's a system maybe that all of you guys are seeing, but I simply, and I'm going to keep on saying it, I keep on seeing individual guys and the coach waiting for something to happen. He sits there on his seat and he's waiting for something to happen. It's all he does. He doesn't come to the line. And that's one thing I love about Arteta. Arteta doesn't go sit once. Have you seen that guy ever sit? He doesn't ever sit. You know, so like for me, like I think United have problems behind the scenes. That is what I'm thinking. I think I asked the question in the week and I said, having Ronaldo there, is it going to cause problems to certain players or is it going to lift certain players? And I think it's going to go both ways, you know, because now players are pushing. The Greenwood is not passing the ball anymore. You know, they just want to do stuff. You know, so I think the individual brilliance thing is going to be even worse now that Ronaldo's there. And we see this beautiful lineup, but I mean, what's the point of a beautiful lineup if you can't play football? If you can't knock the ball around? I mean, if you look at Arsenal, right? Arsenal's game. That's probably the best set of football I've seen this season from a team. You know, you could see from the get-go what they had in place, how they were going to beat Spurs, what they wanted to do. When United come out there, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I don't know if we're going to lose tonight. I won't be surprised if we lose tonight. I won't be surprised if we go tonight. You know, so we have a lot of character. We have a lot of egos in the team. But I think there's issues, you know, and going back to the penalty, you know, I feel like if it's in the final and you need to score a penalty, right? You're gonna give the ball to Ronaldo. You're not gonna give the ball to Ronaldo. For me, you know, 94th minute, we need a goal. I think Ronaldo should have gotten it. As simple as that. You know? So yeah, Bruno's on penalties and stuff like that, but. We've also seen now Bruno cracked under pressure. You know, we've seen it. So yeah, I think it's not just the football, it's not just Oli. I think it's more than Oli, you know. And I don't know what to say anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of not seeing.
I think it's Oli.
Graham's got a question. Let Graham go.
Oli can't coach this player. I said it from the beginning. I'll say it from the beginning. I said it before. You guys, when Oli was winning, Oli was losing, so Oli out. When Oli was winning, Oli was okay. Because we were winning at that time. But I told you back then, I'll say it again. Oli doesn't have the experience to coach these players. But these superstars, United got a cat team. There's a team of superstars. You can't let the superstars play together. That's my opinion. Because you see it every week. Put a genuine coach there amongst that superstars. Like a similar thing that happened at Chelsea. There's a flip of a coach.
Yeah, my thing,
the whole team got flipped
this,
upside down.
right?
That's not bad players. It's not bad players.
Yeah, and the thing is this, right? The thing is this. If Oli has a system, if he's put out tactics for the day, right? There's tactics for you. There's a system. Why aren't we seeing it? Is the players not playing his system? Is the players against his system? Like, what is really the problem? You understand? So for me right now, we're just depending on an individual to win the game. That's what it is. I haven't seen football really, so I think we've got one big problem. And if we continue playing Fred and Scott in the midfield, we will keep on falling. We are figured out now. Really hasn't changed anything from last season. So we have to put our seatbelts on because it's going to be a long season for United.
Thanks, Bram.
Look, I just quickly want to touch on what Craig said there. As you guys know, I've not defended Solskjaer since I've come on the show, but I've said that United fans are spoiled comparing him to other coaches in the past. However, I'm going to have to start leaning towards what Ollie's saying is that I don't think, and I think Jigga said it earlier, I don't think he's got the character to manage those personalities, right? He seems to be the kind of coach that is very soft in his nature.
It takes you around the arm.
That's not a change room for him because there's big personalities in that United change room. There's bigger personalities in that change room than what there is in the Chelsea change room. However,
Agreed. Fully agreed.
At Chelsea, the Chelsea today is not the Chelsea when Terry and Lampard was there. Remember, Terry and Lampard, they got Mourinho fired in his second spell, right? But they went to the owner, and the owner trusted them, and they delivered. I don't think that this United team can get Ole fired and go to the board to say, bring us somebody and we're going to deliver. Something like Craig said, something is not right. It's either the personalities are made bigger than what they are because they're playing for Man United. Maybe they're not that big personalities, but just because they're playing for United, we seem to think so. Or he's just not brave enough, to have a go at anybody that's not performing. And I think you can throw many coaches in there. Jose was there. He didn't do much better. Ollie's there. I do think that maybe it's time that United, if you want to get the best out of these players, you're going to have to spend and maybe get one of the Germans in there. Maybe go with Pochettino.
Zidane is available. Zidane won 4 Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
I'm gonna give my two cents on that whole situation. I'm a lover of Manchester United, in and out. I support Manchester United. I don't think, maybe I stand under correction if I said any coach out. But what I do know is at this point where we're at now, and you also reference words of rather now than later, is that if I look at the log, I see 13, and I see 14. Liverpool's on top. If I look at when Ole came into Manchester United, we saw a run of unbeaten games, which was 12, no draws included, winning games. If I look at things like that, then I always wonder about that person. That person can produce. And I'm not talking about individual brilliance that we had that time, because what we had was a Pogba, we had a Jesse Lingard, we had a Greenwood, and that came out, and all this, and then a Scott McTominay, all of them started performing. And Fred also performed really, really well until the game against PSG. Then we saw the Fred that we've seen sitting on the bench. We actually didn't see for quite some time. With Ole, I see it is a bigger thing. We can get in a new coach all fair and well. We can do this. But there's a certain thing that maybe what I want him to try and just be more brave on the field. When I say that, let's look at what happened to Lampard at Chelsea. Let's see, okay, That's what you're gonna get. If you trust in a coach that coached Derby before the time, same thing with us. You were relegated with Cardiff. So those things are coming into play. Just
Stop defending the coach, man. It is cut. It is cut.
I'm also
You're
going to
just
disagree
defending the
with that,
coach. That's all you're doing now.
Seriously,
You agree first and now
I'm
you're
going to hear you out, but I
don't
don't know.
agree first and say, okay, yeah, the finances are too big, and now you want to say no.
remember,
So,
I'm talking past tense.
come on, Simon. Come on, Simon.
I'm getting to my point.
You're Manchester United, Dad.
Yes, I'm getting to my point.
United,
So what I'm saying is, those were
Manchester United, Dale.
those are the things that you look into play. You won those 10, 12 games. So
You know what you
always
sound like?
only in.
Do you know what you sound like? You sound like I can cheat on you. You can be cheated on. You can be used. I can cheat on you and you are right back all the time. Do you want to be cheated on, Are you a man? Are you a man? You a man, Don't defend me, Wrong is wrong. If something is wrong, something is wrong. Don't try to make it smooth it out and say because that you just make it sound nice.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Ollie,
So what I'm
sorry,
saying is,
Dale. Sorry, Dale.
Yeah.
Ollie, you said that United's winning the league 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. That was your word. Free Ronaldo. Please no walk away. United's winning. That was your prediction. Now it's
the point that I wanted to get
What's
to
all this book in the
where
shit?
we now
It's the
we've won
pain.
13 points. We've won 13 points. Liverpool is on 14. So let us give him this season. United has a project now. And that project is around Cristiano Ronaldo, which is
make a wish, Make a wish, Yeah, make a wish.
If we don't win anything now, that means then it's only Gunnar Solskjaer out of it. But until we get to that end of the season and say, okay, with Ronaldo here, with Bruno, with all these players, you still can't win us anything. Sacking Ole right now in the Premier League or sacking him from Manchester United is going to do us more harm than good. So give him the season,
Even if it doesn't
which is
get
his
through the
last
group
and
stage of the
final
Champions
season at
League,
Manchester
Dale.
United, and say,
Dale.
with this project that we've given you, with goats in our team, and you can't win anything, what more must we give you?
Dale.
What more must we give you?
Dale, even if he goes out in the Champions League now in the group stage, are you still going to be all in? Do you still want to see out the season?
My man, what good is it going to do Manchester United if we get rid of him now in the season?
Dale, can I just ask Benny a question?
Yeah.
What is the club's objectives and what is the objectives of the fan? What is it that you want to achieve? Because you're saying if you exit the Champions League, if you exit the Champions League, do you still want him there? Is your objective to win the Champions League as a fan because you have Ronaldo? Because remember your objective. So then why would you fire him? Why would you fire him if you exited the Champions League?
Do you think that this United team deserves to go out in the group stage? This United team deserves to go out. Do you think that this United team deserves to go out in the group stage?
I think this is the problem, Ben, is that United fans feel entitled that because they are in Europe, you entitled. If there's any English club that's entitled in the Champions League, is Liverpool. United is not entitled to go through in rounds in the Champions League. Not this United team. Maybe the United team under Alex Ferguson, but not this United team. There's a difference between a big club and a big team. You are not a big team anymore. You are a big club. You are a big team. You are a big club, but you're not a big team. Benny, you are a big club, but you're not a big team. You cannot put the pressure on him. But you cannot put the pressure on him.
Is that because we didn't win trophies? Is that why we're not a big team?
It's got nothing
so
to do.
What do you expect to win then?
Listen.
What do you want to win?
What do you? If you win the Carling Cup, would you not say it's the start of his project? Would you still fire him?
Yeah.
You see, because United fans feel they're entitled to a Champions League run-in, they're entitled to a Premier League run-in. You are no longer able to call the shots with the league. Champions League run-in. So what you got to understand is, and also you don't have a coach. You don't have a coach.
Manager, if that is not your objective, my friend. You don't back the brew right through if that is not your objective.
Would you say that Ronaldo was? Would you say Ronaldo was he signing? Was Ronaldo he signing or the club signing?
Gents,
That's
before we
exactly.
continue,
Very, very good question.
let's
It's
try and give each and
Ronaldo.
everybody an opportunity because the fans are saying they can't hear our point of views.
So I'm just that's just my opinion as a football fan. Nothing against United, but I just think fans of any club should understand that as fans, this is what we want. But who knows if that is his objective, right? And I think start small. Set your objectives to winning the Premier League because you've got a team capable, but you do not have a team capable of winning the Champions League. Not in your wildest dreams with this team. So if you exit the Champions League, so be it. You had a chance to win the Europa League last year.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Why? Because of
Benny,
the
Going out in the group stage is total
Benny,
failure.
bring your thoughts.
It's total failure.
United's squad is big enough for both.
But South has no excuse. You think the world's just gonna go on when it leaves the Champions League group stage again? No ways, brother. No ways. Ole out is so loud already. I myself.
That club, that squad is big
Ole out
enough.
is loud, brother. The fans will sack fucking Ole. Make you ways. I'm Ole in all the way.
I believe Ole has a good enough team to be competitive in the league and in the Champions League.
Yes, I agree.
there's a difference between being competitive and there's a
I
difference between
believe so
being
too. I agree
entitled
with
to.
you.
To being
Yeah, I know
entitled to.
exactly
You
what
are not
Brian was trying to say.
entitled with your squad to say that we should be winning this, we should be winning that.
Fact.
Your club is big. You don't have the best defense in the world. Who of your
No,
defense is
but-
world class?
But
Who of your
Bram, that's a whole
midfield is
different
world class?
conversation.
None of them,
That's a whole
bro.
different conversation because we're not saying.
No, what I'm saying
I'm
is
not saying you're
in
United that
expectation-
when every. The expectation is there, and the expectation is always going to be there
expectation
with
of
whatever team you're going to
Of
support.
course.
You know,
But you need to be
going to go.
realistic.
I'm not going to go along the. Yeah, I'm not going to
You
go
need to be
along the
realistic.
lines of Arsenal supporters. Oh, I don't want to play in European football because I know my team is not worthy of playing. Whatever competition
not gonna
I'm
win it.
playing
Let's be
in,
realistic.
of course I'm going to want to win that competition.
Let's be realistic. We're not
No,
going
but
to win
then
the Champions League.
so look at Devon. Look at Devon. Last season they didn't qualify for European football. Are you gonna say, okay, good shot, we don't deserve to play there? You're Arsenal. You've been playing there for 20 plus years. So now
Okay,
you're no
but
longer
listen-
in it for the first year or the second year in no European type of football.
Tough.
You want to say
Tough
that
year.
you good shot, we don't deserve to play there.
Oh, you. Yeah. I left you there at the middle. I left you. You want to come back to me? Let me give you why, Dale. Let me give you why. Because as you can currently see, that squad need to build. You need to walk. You need to crawl before you can walk, and you need to walk before you can crawl. That squad is not good enough to compete in the Champions League. If I'm going to come into the Champions League, I'm going to be like Liverpool. I want to come in there with a squad ready to compete. When us beasts, when they were back, they went to the final. The next year they went on and won it. That's how I want to come back. I know where I am. We are not ready to be there yet. So I don't want to come there and make up the numbers. I'm quite fine without being out of Europe. I'm quite fine with Brighton playing on Monday, my team getting a full rest and being ready for them. I wanted this. You know I've wanted this all along. But I agree with Bram. What he's saying is that nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah.
You shouldn't feel entitled to win trophies because everything should be earned in this game. Trophy should be earned. And you're not entitled to anything. Nothing is guaranteed in this game. So I agree with Bram. I just don't know why such a classy man like him supports Spurs. I'm baffled. This is a classy guy. Why are you not wearing your Spurs jersey? You twerking your muscles. You haven't got your blue vest and your beanie or whatever. Come on, man.
Coach Oli, so basically, what are your views then on before we go on to the results of the weekend? United, what are the objectives for the season? You know, we've hearing things of this, tactics, clueless manager, clown, all these things. We start off from the back. We have the guy in the polls. We have a center pairing. We have Champions League Varane. We have next to a player that hasn't won anything but has been relegated. So surely there must be some type of experience that Varane can bring in. Our left backs, our right backs, the midfielders, no CDM as the fans wanted. Potential hardcore striking force. What are you? What should United be looking to achieve this season? If I can put the question in that way.
I think obviously trying to win the league, but if we don't win the league, then at least make top four, and then with that top four, at least they have to have 1 or 2 trophies. That is that must be the objectives, because I mean, we haven't had trophies for quite some time now, and we probably have one of the top 5 squads in the world right now. So I just feel like, yeah, like B said, like, we don't really have an excuse, if you look at what Lampard was building with Chelsea, right? He was also tactically sometimes clueless, but he won some games, and they brought in a tactical manager, and that's all they needed. That Stars just needed tactics, So, and that's all United need. United just need a way of playing. Are we going to play? Because the thing is, if we're going to set up with 2 midfielders, which means we're probably going to want to play on the counter, but we're not really playing on the counter. We want to have the ball, so it's a bit confusing, So if we figured out how we want to play, then we can really progress, then we really stand a chance. But if we're going to sit here another 2-3 months and having the same conversation, we might as well give up, because but for me, I think I'll be okay if United makes it in the quarters or something in the Champions. I'm not really bothered, But if they do win a trophy and they don't win the league, at least in the top 4, they'll be in the top 4. So in the top 4 with a trophy and make the quarterfinals in the Champions League, I think that will be successful. I think that will be a start of Ollie's build. I'm not gonna say we must win three trophies or 2 trophies. I'm okay with 1 trophy. And I'm okay with top 4. And obviously I want to win the league, but I mean, I'm not going to be really upset if we don't win the league,
Yeah. Okay. Moving along.
The league. You really want to win the league?
Yes.
We had some good results this weekend. And also with not a shocking, but I mean Pep Masterclass.
Pep Masterclass, man.
Yeah.
Pep Masterclass.
Sure.
Wow.
Until last night.
I remember last week's show. Everybody went Chelsea, and I said, City's going to win the game. I feel City's going to win. And I think that you see, here's the difference. His team is Premier League equipped to win. His team is not a Champions League team where he can say, because I'm winning in England, I can walk around in Europe and I'm going to win the Champions League. And that is the point that I'm trying to make. Is that, listen, he just showed us another dimension of how he is going to challenge for the league this season. He made Chelsea look. Chelsea didn't play badly. Let's get one thing straight. They played well, but it got one moment of being clinical. He took it and he just shut up shop and he just made sure that he played in Chelsea's off, and which is not easy to do. And then again, it's Dale. As I was watching the game, I was thinking about your words about Lukaku, and what did I say last week? Where is he in the big games? It's no good. He scores 25 goals, 5 against Brighton, 4 against Norwich, but Chelsea in 3rd. Is the hype then extended because of his transfer? These were the games he was brought in to win. So again,
Bram, sorry. Bram, I think Chelsea also didn't have enough chances. Really, they didn't create enough chances for Lukaku to score.
City created.
That's what I was going to ask. He went a bit defensive, though. That was what I was going to ask.
City created 2, scored 1, and won the game. How many does he need for you to justify? Oh, there he scores 1 out of 12 and say that he got chances. City just needed 1.
It was really chances.
Penny and Beaster. So, start of the season, good start from Chelsea. Lukaku scored against Arsenal. I'm not too sure if that was a big game for him, because we say he can't score against big teams. So I'm gonna leave it as I don't see him scoring against big teams. But Benny and Pista, a win against Arsenal, a draw against Liverpool, a loss against City. We spoke about Chelsea going the distance, but these are vital games that they only picked up one. I'm not going to include Arsenal. Sorry, so 1 point.
1 point, yeah.
Guy lost to West Ham, Young Boys, and Aston Villa in his last 4 games. You want to talk about big clubs? Bambaklat.
Can you guys hear me?
Sorry, go ahead.
Can you hear you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
I'm here.
I hear you. Go, Khoi, I'm waiting.
This thing is,
I'm literally sitting next to this router. This thing is still bombing me out all the time.
I told you.
So yeah,
You like
I partially agree with what I partially agree with what Bram said, where they brought him in for the big games. But I still don't see Lukaku as a poor striker. I don't expect him to be the one who's going to win that Chelsea City game. Because, to be honest, they don't have just Lukaku and a whole lot of 20 million players alongside him. They've got the full-on squad, the same like City. No one is going to go on City's case and say, Jesus didn't score for 6 games. Maris didn't score for 10 games. No one's going to do that because Pep doesn't play that way.
The level of the competition is in the league is
Brought
so that
Lukaku
every
in to be
single
the
team
one-man
is going
show.
to lose.
And I don't think
Every
that it's
single
fair that he gets put under the gun when they don't win or when they don't score.
Yeah,
Because they
exactly.
do have a whole lot of options. They've got Ziyech, they've got Havertz, they've got a whole lot of firing power there.
But they
I
are a
agree with
brilliant
you,
squad and
Easy.
they have a brilliant manager. And for me, they are the favorites to win the league. But like Bram said, they didn't play bad. It was a beautiful Chelsea and City game. And Chelsea, for me, is the best team in the league. If you look at player for player, I'm serious.
That one up there again, Dale, I didn't see it. No, the one of Bram.
Nah, that was rude, my bro. That was rude. That was rude, my brother. You know what? We paused 46 minutes. Give Bram a round of applause. Hey, hey! Bram stayed.
That's depressing if you've ever seen it.
Devi, will come on to you. You spoke about him last week as well. I'm actually very impressed with this boy. I'm actually very, very impressed. But Everton, tomorrow, Gray, where to for him? Where to for him, my man? He's been putting in the work as well. So where to for that guy?
Is that me, Daily Boy? Who is that?
Can you
I
hear
think
me?
it's you. I think it's you.
That's me.
Yeah,
Is it me?
Go ahead.
Look, his ceiling is high enough. He's got the potential. That's the thing. I said that last week. He's got the potential. He's got a high ceiling. The thing with Everton is they have their moments. That's the issue. But I like him. I've always liked him since his time at Leicester. His ceiling is high. The sky's the limit for him. Now is the time. He's went out on loan. He's come back. He had that spell at Leicester. Now is the time for him. Exactly. Now is the time. You've got a striker in TCL who I rate, who I'd love at Arsenal as well. So, I love him. I love Demari Gray. Really, he's one of my favorite wingers in the league, to be honest with you.
For sure. Cool. I did promise everybody we will make it in time to see our pre-match conversation with all the United supporters out there. I'm going to start off with Bram. I'll move over to Benny. I'll move over to Craig, and then Davy Boy. Your team of the week, Bram.
For me, I'm gonna go with Man City.
Ah! Hater!
Do you expect me to give the team of the week to a mid-table team that was sitting in the bottom of the Premier League the other day?
I'm above you now.
You're beating a poorer team. We're poor. We are
What
poor.
is Bram's words, D? What is Bram's words? You can't even get above me. We're not in the same level. We can't have We're not on the same level. We cannot have the same conversations. Now, Brother Man is looking up. Pajamas and all.
Listen, we're on the same points. We're on the same amount of points. You're only in alphabetical order. Look now.
Anyway,
I'm going to unfortunately City just edge you out there, Dev. For me, I just think that was to go to the breach and do what they did. Take some doing.
Sweet. Benny, my man, your team of the week.
Brentford. Must be. Especially when
Nice.
they
Waiting
scored
for
that
that one.
fourth offside goal. Especially when they scored that fourth offside goal. Just the look on Beast's face. Priceless.
Oh.
Mr. my guy, your team of the week.
So much shade.
Now I'm going with the Gunners. Brentford played well, but I'm going with the Gunners.
Closet Arsenal,
I'm
bitch.
going with the
This
Gunners.
is a closet Arsenal, bitch.
He's
Arsenal fan.
Arsenal.
He's scared of Devi.
Arsenal out of all the other
He's scared
teams.
Devi's gonna come at him.
Yeah, he's bang Liverpool lose to Arsenal.
Nah, they'll blitz
They
us.
put chicken
That's
again.
If it was just based on Saturday, I would have given it to Brentford hands down. But the way
Hands down,
Arsenal
yeah.
stepped up and went against everything, against all the odds, no one gave Arsenal a hope to split Spurs, because remember 2 weeks ago Spurs was top.
Yeah.
It was Arteta out all the way. How in 2 weeks can you just see that type of performance? If they won 1-0, I wouldn't have given it to Arsenal for getting 3 points against Spurs with a 1-0 performance. But to score 3 goals in the first half an hour, that
was
for me
brilliant.
was... And you could see Arteta's reaction, is what Debbie said earlier, that so much pressure was on him. And to come through in a fixture in a North London derby like that, he must be my team of the week.
Craigie boy, Coach Ollie.
I'll definitely go with Arsenal. I think I back Arsenal more than Arsenal supporters.
Yeah, you actually do.
Another closet bitch.
Yeah,
He's
so-
another closet bitch.
That's like you.
Yeah, so for me, it's like, like I said, that was the best football I've seen this season, and Arsenal won the game the minute they step out of that stadium. I could see it. You can just feel it, when they got out there. The way they passed the ball around, one touch football, it was stuff I coach. So for me, it was beautiful to see, the spaces they were running in, Spurs midfield was wide open the whole time, basically. I don't know if Spurs made Arsenal look good, or if Arsenal just played good, but I think besides the football itself, I think the turnaround, the last 3 matches, like I called it, DV, I called it as well, and the character they showed, there was a few leaders on that field. The youngsters also stepped up, and if they can keep up this way, I can tell you this: if they can keep up this way, they can end up in the top 4. If they can keep on playing this way, if they can keep on showing this character, they can really step up and get in the top 4 and really give people a run for their money.
I took you serious 20 seconds
Colum
before you made
closet,
that
yeah,
last
no?
statement. That last statement you made, I took you
I
serious.
agree with that one,
last
no way.
statement.
Top phone.
Oh, brah.
Devin, before we move on,
Closets.
thank you, Gersh, on a comment like this. Always makes our hearts warmer,
That
man.
comment though, yo, love.
Yeah, so shout
That's
out
my
for
nigga,
that.
my nigga Gus. My nigga Gus. That's my main guy there.
And is it the right Gersh one, Craig?
Yeah, the right Gus one.
Let's get this right one, man.
Looking for girls to
That's my bro then. That's a bro of mine.
Devin, who's your team of the week and why are you choosing Burnley?
You know, I'm firing at me tonight, but you just bring it out. Look, you already know what it is. Guys, you won't understand. No? Sunday, I was heavy under pressure. I know for a fact if we didn't win that game, knives would have come out for me. I was waiting for my phone to go off. I was waiting for it. I asked Bram, I asked Ollie for your number, but something just told me, do not phone him. Just relax, just calm down. And I was actually going to have a balanced conversation with him, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to speak.
I was
to
waiting
him.
for you to phone. I was waiting for you to phone.
I was going to, but I thought, you
I
know
got
what?
a video call. I don't know
The
why I got a
nerves,
video
the
call.
nerves.
I was nervous, Rick, to be honest with you. That for me was the best football. Look. Come on, allow him, man.
What it wants to be William Smith.
Honestly, it was our best performance under Arteta. Take away the cup run because we were defensive against Man City. And Chelsea, that was whatever. We were also a bit defensive counter-attack. That for me was the best football. That was the biggest game. The pressure was on me because everyone was on my case. You have no idea how happy I was. I only came to my senses this morning. I only felt like I was so Baba Love yesterday. That's how bad it was. But I know the guys are coming out for me. You don't understand. If we had lost that game, if we had even drew that game, I wouldn't be looking so spiffy. I would have had a balaclava over my face and dressed like a ninja.
Like Bram, you mean?
Yeah, but look, let's be balanced.
Exactly like it.
It's not only one game. It's now for me what we're gonna do on this because, like I think Ollie touched on it. We need characters. A lot of those players in that team, your Tommy Yasus, your Ben White, your Gabriel, your Tierney, your Partey. I can't blame them for the decline. So I'm waiting to see what they've got now going forward. Like I said again, winning them means nothing if we don't beat Brighton on Saturday. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. If we don't beat Brighton, then I'm going to be like, same old Arsenal, but I got to give it to my team, my boys. I got to give it to my team.
How awesome wasn't Xhaka? How awesome wasn't Xhaka?
That one.
Xhaka was amazing. And now he's injured for 6 weeks. So you're going to get Xhaka back.
That was unlucky. That was unlucky because, to be fair to him.
I always want to do this.
Yebo.
Abama what?
Abama who?
Guys, the most entertaining part of the show. We'll go again, starting with Bram. Your predictions for the weekend coming up. Bram, Sunday, Tottenham versus Aston Villa.
Look, I don't know. Look, I'm in all honesty, I'm disgusted with Spurs. If the rumors are right that the way they stood up to the coach on the training field on Saturday, I don't think that those players are entitled to do that. You haven't won anything. What gives you the right to want to force a coach out? So if we lose the weekend, it will be justifiable. I'm not expecting anything. Villa's a tough place to go to. I'll be happy with the 1-1 draw.
You're playing home.
I'm playing at Villa, bro.
No,
we're away.
Spurs is home. Spurs is home.
Spurs is home. Spurs is home.
I'm still going with a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay, I got that rub also there with a draw in the comment section. Benny, we are playing Everton.
First game is always
Saturday lunchtime kickoff.
2-1 to Everton.
No, man.
Can I record this? Can I record this?
Prediction now, because when I say United's gonna win, fuckers catch on cut. So I'm changing my predictions now. 2-1 to Everton.
2-1 to Everton.
Prove me wrong, fucking all.
Yo.
2-1.
You know who stands in polls for Everton, huh? Jordan T-Rex Arms. Are you telling me we're gonna lose?
The man who was won the Euros, bro. Down on his cut, Mr. Pickford. Down on his cut.
Everton is without Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin. United have no fucking excuse. I'm sorry. They have no fucking excuse.
We didn't have any.
They dropped the point against Brentford, and you're getting City on Sunday. Your predictions, my guy.
Anfield is all I'm going to say. Pep can come there with his monkey tricks. They come into Anfield. That crowd will give us our 2 goals, and it's going to be a 2-0 win.
Okay? 2-0.
Can I answer this question of Xavier quickly?
Yeah.
Please.
Look, on Reset It on Monday Night Football, they're still waiting on a response from the Kroenkers, so it's going to be a while before they're going to sell up. Let's be honest. Let's be realistic.
They're not going to, though.
They're not going to sell
They're
up.
not going to.
Unless they make him an offer that they can't refuse, and I'm talking
That's the only way. That's the only way.
So, yeah, carry on, Dale.
Okay. Just before we move over to Coach Oli, there's something for Beaster.
Jamie Lee.
Just to clear the air, that's Betty's wife. That's Betty's wife.
Oh,
Jamie, to on.
Shut up here.
I was welcome into Benny's household. I was welcome into Benny's household once upon a time. We had a good time just to find out messages like this. So sad. But Jamie is fine. We'll see at the end of the season.
Yeah, time will tell. Clip the clip the shit, please. Clip it.
It is true. It is true, Jamie.
That's not true, Jamie.
It is true because they're going to prove it tonight.
Coach Oli, United versus Everton.
I'm gonna go with a 3-0 United.
3-0. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what?
He's the same thing like me, no? He wants the opposite. He wants everything to
love-
beat United 3-0.
You know why I laugh? You know why I laugh?
He-
Because this
he
is
gives
him
off
every
those
week.
vibes.
This is him every week. Now United 5 goals. 5. We should
He's
be
in
5-0
losing
for 1.
5-0.
Then it's a 1-1. That's why I laugh.
David, man. You are away to Brighton. Team that's also not also performing, a team that is performing. Let us know the difference. What is your result against Brighton this weekend? That is the late game on Saturday. Sorry.
Look here, Benny, before you say anything, I think for you, the DVD, if Basuma still injured, then Arsenal win that
He's
game.
injured here.
He's still injured. He is
That's
still-
what I was about to say. That's the only reason
Yeah.
why I'm going.
He's
Basuma
red
and
on
Danny Welbeck is
fantasy.
injured.
You mean Welbeck, yeah.
So I'm going for 2-1 Arsenal, and that's the only reason why. Simply just because Basuma, I believe, will eat up our midfield alive. And Danny Welbeck playing against us is going to cause our defense problems. Only because of that reason. If they
What
were
did
fit,
Peter say?
I would have went
Liverpool
for a
and
draw.
City? What was your result, Peter?
2-0. 2-0.
She
2-0.
does, gosh. She does. She does.
Okay, don't know what it is. All right, guys. You're gonna ask me my point of view on the score predictions? Can
No,
I
we
allowed
don't
to?
Please.
do that.
You go.
Nah,
You go.
Dale.
Dale, what do you think?
Dale, what is
Okay,
your
guys,
prediction?
Now, what do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
Dale, give me your prediction on the Liverpool City game.
Arr, God,
My
give me
prediction
no
on the
mercy,
Liverpool-
young.
My Liverpool and City. City, always. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie. What I saw against Brentford, there are certain things, and that's not because I don't like Liverpool. That back line, I'm not happy with what I saw with Liverpool's back line against Brentford. If City can expose that once again, they can get the result. But also what Visa said, which is very important, the fans are back. It's Anfield. That's already 2 goals. That's 2 goals already. So I want to see a 2019 game of City and Liverpool when they figured out each other's high pressing games where we saw goals. Give me a game like that. Then whoever wins after that, then whoever wins. But if it's going to be a thing of a tactical genius, let's not forget what Pep is capable of. I mean, he's played at stadiums bigger, better, and louder than Anfield.
I'm glad Trent is out though. Just to add that in.
Trent is out. I want to ask Bram a question.
I'm glad for that.
I want to ask Bram a
David.
question because he's been big on, and I agree with him. Let me not say I'm disagreeing with him. Bram has always said, the title will be won between these big 6 teams. Bram, if Liverpool win, who would you say is as favourites to win the league? If it's a draw, who do you say? And if City win, who would you say wins the league?
Too soon.
No, I'm going to say, ask me that question when United have encountered one of the top 3. Because remember, they haven't played anybody, right? And Chelsea have dropped points. They have a draw and a loss. Liverpool City will be City's second big game. So you've got to wait till United play, and then you can look at that question because it's going to be interesting. If these guys all dropping points against each other,
but City played Spurs.
no, but City played Chelsea, and now they're playing Liverpool. We beat them. Look, I'm just going to say that it's going to be interesting. If City go and win at Anfield, then Ollie has no excuse. And he's got to, if he wants to be called a coach, now you got to go, and you're going to go and win away from home, and the league is yours because Chelsea have dropped points.
Agreed.
City
will.
play Liverpool. He's now going to be stand up and be counted. You've got to stand up and be counted now, and it's in United's favor. These guys all playing each other before he plays any of the big teams, eh?
Exactly.
All of them.
Agreed.
All of them are playing big teams.
Points. We're not supposed to. That's the
Yeah, but
thing.
remember, Benny, everybody's dropping points around him, right? So this is where my point comes in. It's going to come in these games, the top 4, those 6 games, 18 points. It's going to come down to those games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's got to stand up and be counted if he wants to remain in the job. He's got to stand up, and it suits him because he hasn't played anybody yet. And before he gets to playing them, they've all dropped points. Then he can win 1-0 and go home. You can criticize him for how he plays, his performance, his double pivots, whatever. If he takes the 3 points away at Anfield, at the Etihad, at the Bridge, then he's done
We
his job.
play United end of the month. We play United end of October on Old Trafford.
And the best thing for United in the Champions League, when the Champions League lost, Atalanta and Villarreal drew. So we're only 1 point behind. That was brilliant for United. Had 1-1, then you basically from the first game of the group stage fighting for second. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So luckily.
The last thing before I go is I'm gonna stick to this. Brendan Rodgers, I can't get my head around this guy. Third year syndrome. They were so fortunate against Burnley. I'm concerned because he's a very good coach. He deserves better, but I can't believe where they are in the log. And you can see, man, something isn't right with. Does he get bored after 2 years? Does he get bored? But anyway, I just wanted to end over that. I believe Leicester to lose this weekend again.
The signings were shit though. Ryan Bertrand, Jan Vestergaard. I mean, that's not Leicester quality.
Patson Daka's good, bro.
Yes, but I mean, Ryan Bertrand, really. Vestergaard, really. For Leicester.
They were backups. I think they were backups.
They're taking over from Liverpool.
The Vestergaard signing came when Fofana broke his leg. Then they signed him.
And Bertrand's there for Justin. Justin broke his ACL as well. Backup signing.
Bram,
maybe that could be it. Hey, Bram, they're missing their key players.
If you want to get your head around it, I think this comment should just put you at ease, my man.
Atalanta won.
At the end of the day, we touch on.
Last one's predictions for tonight.
Man.
Predictions for tonight.
United.
Unai for the win.
1,
Unai.
Villarreal 4.
Say again.
United 1, Villarreal 4.
What's wrong with Benny, guys?
He's trying to get the opposite.
All the opposite.
Because the opposite, get the opposite result.
David was just talking about Champions League football. Sorry, man.
I don't want none of this. I was about to say, why are you asking me? I have no interest in this. I'm going to put on Netflix now. Squad game is going to be nice. Popcorn. It's going to be nice. Leave me out of this.
Oli, quickly, Oli.
I'm gonna go for United win 3-1.
Pista?
1-0 draw. 1-0 draw. You guys, I'm gonna send you some message in the group after full time, and it's gonna be 1-1. Ronaldo's gonna score again.
Because whatever he says comes true. Whatever he says comes true.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with DEVY. I don't know, guys. I've got
No.
1-1. Let's go 1-1. Let's go 1-1. Let's go 1-1.
DEVY,
I'm also gonna go 1-1.
I can't leave you out, my man. I'd love your prediction.
1-1. I'm gonna go with the rest. I'm gonna go 1-1, my guy. I know
that's a fucking pain. It's a pain that he has. He knows United is winning tonight, but he's not going to say
Unai is pragmatic. Unai is a pragmatic manager.
No, David. You also. Fuck you. You also.
I said in last week's part, I said Villa's going to beat you.
You did.
And everyone is like, because you hate. It wasn't a hate thing. It's truth.
Unai is a pragmatic manager. I don't think he's a tactical manager.
Only because of Unai.
I cannot smart him. That's my personal opinion. 1-1.
All right, so majority of our viewers are leaning towards United. So of course I'm looking at a 2-1 victory as well. But we have reached the end of our podcast. I'm not too sure about the rest of you guys, but I think this was a very, very actually one of the best shows that I've experienced to date. So yeah, thank you, Bram. Thank you, Benny.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Pista.
Thank you for having us,
Coach
bro.
Oli.
Thank you for having me, my bro. Thank you for having us.
Most of all, thank you very much to the viewers. Don't forget to subscribe. like and share this pod. We are moving onwards and upwards, and without you guys,
Slap
this
a
would
like,
not be
slap a like.
possible. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Peace out, and see you next week.
Cheers.